Okay, so for the packaging, we're gonna start with the setup of the virtual machines. You need an Ubuntu and CentOS machine. For easier setup, we'll use a VirtualBox. So you should have VirtualBox on your PC. You can install on VirtualBox directly some CentOS, Ubuntu, anything else, any image. However, for easier setup, we'll also require Vagrant. With Vagrant, we'll automate the setting and the creation of the images, and it will be easier to connect on those images. So once you have installed VirtualBox, you should get Vagrant. So Vagrant is also available on all Windows, Mac, and Linux operating systems. So it's very easy to install. Vagrant will also need some SSH client. If you have a Linux machine, that's fine, it's already available. However, if you're on a Windows server, one nice thing is Git. If you install Git, in any way, just install it to get the source code or anything. But Git also provides on Windows a specific SSH client. So you install Git, download from Windows, you install it, and when Git is installed, you can simply add the ssh.exe path to your personal path. So on Windows, you can get your environment variables. Oops. Okay. System variables. It's in French here. Look at environment variables. You click here. You set your path, and in my specific case, Git is installed in program files, etc. So you add the bin binary path to your specific path, and you can log in again, and you will be able to use the ssh.exe program file. Okay, so now we have everything available. We have VirtualBox, Vagrant, and if you're on Windows, also Git. Now, you should download the code first. So you should get the archive on GitHub, github.com/packagingtraining, either through Git or you download it directly, and you uncompress it in a directory somewhere on your computer. So in my case, I'm in Packaging Training Master. And this is directory. I can see there are many files. You have the PDF materials. You also have those materials in all packaging training materials. And you have two directories, CentOS and Ubuntu. This training will focus on CentOS and Ubuntu, so I created a few things to speed up the setup. But you can do the same for other operating systems. So, for example, in our case, let's go to Ubuntu. We have several files. In our case, we have a .vagrant. You don't have this because I have already run the setup. The Vagrant file. The Vagrant file is a way to create an image with Vagrant. You can have a quick look. Okay, so many things, a lot of commands, you have many defaults, and okay, I want to specify that in my VM I will pre-install several software. You could do it of course after that, but for easier setup I create everything, and I want an Ubuntu trustee. So you can do the same with other operating system, other versions, etc. You can just have a look at Vagrant. So everything is ready on my case, and I have a small file that will rc.example we'll use later on for patching. I don't really care for the moment. So once I'm in this directory, I simply execute Vagrant app. Vagrant app is the first command you have to run to start your virtual image. Let's go. So in my case it will be quite quick because I've already created the image. In your case it will download the image from a remote server, set it up, and then start it. So it will be a little longer See, it checks if the image is up to date, creates all the ports, network, etc. setup. You don't really care about this. And it prepares also an SSH access to the virtual machine. So we're gonna wait just a little. Okay, now the virtual machine is up, and I can try to connect to this machine. Up, Vagrant, SSH. I will use the SSH from Git as on Windows. On Linux it will use our usual SSH client. And as you can see, I'm logged on my virtual machine, Vagrant, my Ubuntu Trusty. So what is interesting now, I'm really on an Ubuntu machine, and for the rest of the packaging training we'll see that you can do all the stuff just like if you were using a real Ubuntu server. Another point is /vagrant directory. It's an auto-mounted directory, and we can see that it's an auto-mount to the previous the real host directory. So we can find here the example file. So this means that you can share files from your Windows Linux machine with your Vagrant virtual machine. It's the same directory. So I can the networking, the SSH. So again, for the first time it will download the image, etc. It will be longer. Okay, now the machine is up, and we can again Vagrant SSH to connect to the machine. So now on the virtual machine, I still have the Vagrant directory, which is shared with my host. Okay, everything is now. Exit. Do not forget to stop your virtual machine when you do not use it with Vagrant Alt. It shuts down the VM. Just take a few seconds. Okay, and I stop my Ubuntu too. Vagrant Alt. So now I have one Ubuntu and one CentOS machine. Both of them are available for packaging, and we'll use it for the rest of the training.